Want to refocus your attention here locally because there's more drama playing out at the Fulton County Jail. This time it involves a detention officer who was in the hospital this afternoon after being stabbed apparently by an inmate. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor on top of this story. On top of this story, other stories. Angelique, seems like one story after another coming out of the Fulton County Jail.
Yeah, Tom, good afternoon to you. That is exactly what you said yesterday, but the Fulton County Jail is once again in the headlines. Now, we have very little information about what happened to this officer. Beyond the fact that we know he was stabbed. Now, I did see Sheriff Patrick Labatt over at Grady Memorial Hospital this morning, so it is safe to say that he was checking on the officer. I saw him over there about 10:30 this morning. What we do know is that this stabbing apparently happened here at the Rice Street facility around 8 o'clock this morning. I can tell you that the Fulton County Board of Commissioners was notified just after 9 o'clock that a detention officer was stabbed and en route to Grady Hospital. I have talked to two independent sources who tell me that the stabbing was done by an inmate using a shank. Now, the Board of Commissioners had a very encouraging update from the sheriff. They were told that the detention officer has had a CT scan and is doing well enough now that they expect that he will be released from the hospital today. That is certainly good news. But of course, all of this comes on the heels of the inmate attack that left 20-year-old Terriana Ledbetter on life support, also at Grady Hospital. Jail officials charged her cellmate, Shania White, with aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and tampering with evidence. Now, both of the families of those inmates tell us that their loved ones were mentally ill and should never have been put in the same cell together. The Fulton County chairman also tells us that the federal monitor is here in town this week here at the Fulton County Jail, so certainly you've got to wonder if she's getting word of any of this and how she is responding to this. But that is the very latest that we have tonight, Tom. We have been given some information about who the inmate was. We are waiting on the sheriff to release any of that information, the name of the detention officer involved, as well as the name of the inmate involved.
What a time, Angelique, for this federal monitor to be here as all of these things happen. The prisoner who's in the hospital clinging to life after being attacked. The guard now in the hospital after being stabbed apparently by another inmate. Patrick Labatt, has he spoken publicly on any of this? You mentioned he was at the hospital today.
He has not. We have reached out to his office. I would imagine he is very busy, but at this time, we have still not even been able to get the details of how this stabbing happened, but we will continue to reach out to Sheriff Patrick Labatt.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions. We know you're doing your best to get answers. Angelique Proctor there, where she so often is, in front of the Fulton County Jail, with yet another incident happening there. Angelique, thanks.